I look like I just hopped off of the mystery machine, if you know what I mean. But I didn't. I've just been sneezing for the past 24 hours. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday. The last 24 hours, I've literally been sneezing non-stop, so that is why I'm looking red and I'm sniffly. I've been packing all day yesterday, going through all of our stuff. So, as you guys know, this is just what we get to work with, okay? I normally don't roll this way, but I don't really see it changing anytime soon, so this is what we're getting and this is what I'm giving, so I apologize. Anyways, if you guys are new here, hello, my name is Miranda, and every summer I cover all things Big Brother, live feed, update, news, whatever you want to call it. You can find it here. On the off season, I cover other shows like Survivor and The Challenge, and then I also try to sprinkle in some random vlogs and other different kinds of videos. You get a lot of variety here, so if you haven't yet, then hit that subscribe button, please. It helps me out a lot, and I'd really appreciate to have you.
Anyways,
so in today's video, we are just going to kind of shoot the shit about the last 24 hours in the Big Brother house, because it has been increasingly frustrating. Like literally just like that's how I've been feeling watching it. I keep turning off feeds and then turning them back on, turning them off, going to check Twitter, then turning them back on. It's just been an endless cycle, and I'm wondering if anyone else is going through this, because it has been the most frustrating 2 weeks that I can remember in Big Brother history. Like, I don't even remember last season being this frustrating so early on. Like, it was definitely irritating and frustrating for sure, but a solid 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks have been just mayhem and irritating as hell. Like, these house guests, I don't know where their minds are at, and I don't know what they are thinking, but I don't think they're using their brains. And this last 24 hours has just been, that's what it's been. Like, that's the only way I can describe it, is like, that's how I want to attack all of the house guests. Like, just shake them. Like, what are you doing? Why aren't you using your brain? What is going on? I don't get it. But anyways, so I want to say either it was yesterday or the night before, Nicole Anthony kind of went on a temper tantrum spree. So when it comes to Nicole Anthony, I don't understand where her logic lays, because she has repeatedly tried to blame her being on the block on Janelle and Kaser because they haven't campaigned hard enough for her. Yes, a whole adult, 25 years old, is expecting Janelle and Kaser to do something they're already doing, by the way, but to campaign for her hard to everybody. Yes, and she was pissed off at them because they didn't campaign hard enough for her.
I had a freaking bottle of wine for like 2 hours. Yeah, because I was trying to keep off the fucking block. What do you think I was doing? I tried.
Not hard enough.
I can't make him do anything, Nicole.
He didn't put you two up. You know what I mean? Like, you guys looked at me in the bedroom. Oh, you're good. You're good. We're gonna tell him you're good.
We did.
And then you puts him up. It puts me up, and you two were like, oh. And then like nothing. And then all of a sudden it's a vote. And now all of a sudden you care. So I expressed I'm upset last night, and it's is what it is.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I freaking said, Nicole.
Like, I feel like it's like, do you care? Do you not care? Bunch of horse shit.
So she was essentially blaming them for her being on the block because she believes that they didn't go hard enough to Memphis about keeping her off the block. And then she's blaming them for going home because they didn't campaign hard enough to people like Cody, which is really mind-blowing to me that this is the second person now. Keisha last week, she expected other people to campaign for her and other people to tell her what to do. And now Nicole Anthony is stomping around crying all over the place, being like, oh, I don't understand why you weren't campaigning hard enough. Oh, I guess this is what it is. And I'm like, Nicole Anthony, what are you doing with your life? Like, you're a whole adult. Stop expecting to be coddled by everybody. Like, it's one of the most, I want to say, when it comes to my frustration, Nicole Anthony has been the source for the majority of the time. Like 90% of the time, it's her who I have been frustrated with. Davon being another 5%, and then I guess the rest of the house, the remaining 5. So with Nicole Anthony, she's just been crying all over the place. She's been giving Janelle attitude, and then apologizing to Kaser, and then admitting that she went around to the house and talked negatively about the two of them, and then apologizing for that, and then expecting them to still have her vote or still give her their votes. And it's just been a whirlwind with her. And to be honest, I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what, this will probably, well, to be honest, regardless whether David stays or Nicole Anthony stays, Janelle and Kaser are F-U-C-K-E-D. Like, they are screwed big time, because nobody in the house wants to work with them, which is mind-blowing to me. Like, could you imagine being in the house with legends like Kaser and Janelle and not wanting to work with them, not trusting them? Like, what? This is ridiculous to me. Like, I honestly don't understand it, because Janelle has proven to be incredibly loyal during her 3 previous times on Big Brother. Same with Kaser. Like, they are both very loyal players, and it's remarkable to me that nobody is really wanting to work with them. It's just so weird. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that this new Big Brother game that was sort of started in Big Brother 16, it just kind of demolished the fun and the competitiveness of Big Brother. Like, in previous older seasons, Big Brother used to be like 2 sides of the house, and it was back and forth, you know, the power was constantly shifting. And newer Big Brother is the first week, the first HOH, a large alliance forms around them, and this large alliance just picks off the remaining stragglers until they have to, like, eat themselves alive, you know, final 7 or 8, whatever it is. And it is just so boring to me. It is so, you know, like, that is not the Big Brother that I enjoy watching. And I think that is why Big Brother Over the Top is my more favorite recent season, because at least that season there was 2 sides, and every week it was a different person or a different side who had power, and nobody really, you know, cared what the HOH wanted. They wanted to do what they wanted to do and what was in their best interest and things like that. And that is why I love Over the Top so much, because it kind of has similar old school Big Brother vibes. But all the other seasons from 16 to last season, and now I'm including this season, it's just been a popularity contest. You know, all the cool kids have this giant alliance, and the randoms on the side get picked off first. Like, how exciting is that? Not very exciting. So I guess now I just went on a rant on why I'm not a huge fan of newer Big Brother seasons, but whatever. That's the same kind of situation that we're seeing this season, and it is boring as shit. It is so irritating. It's almost like I'm watching it and I'm like, you know what, Janelle and Kaser, like, if I were them, I'd be inspired to just quit, because nobody, literally nobody, is wanting to give them any kind of chance, any kind of alliance, any kind of deal. I understand that, you know, Big Brother changes week to week. You know, next week they could be on top, who knows? But at this moment in time, it is frustrating to watch, because Janelle and Kaser are trying to make this alliance with the stragglers, Davon, Bailey, Kevin, Nicole Anthony, even Ian, and even Christmas. They're trying to include Christmas's one-legged ass. And not many of these people are wanting to bite. It's just so weird to me. I could totally see how Janelle and Kaser would be frustrated in that damn house, because it's like, so there was even one conversation with Janelle and Bailey. Janelle was like, why are we doing what the HOH wants? Like, when I played back in the day, like, we didn't do what the HOH wanted. And Bailey was like, well, that's just the new rules, you know, like, that's just how it's played now. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, do you guys realize that once Janelle and Kaser are gone, Davon is going, Bailey's going, Ian, they're already talking about getting rid of Ian and Davon. You know, like, all of you, they are not in the key alliance. So why not join up with Janelle and Kaser, take those mother effers out, and then thrive? Like, I'm just not understanding where it's not clicking for some of these people. And so I'm at the point, like yesterday, when I was, because I had live feeds on while I was packing and everything, I'm at the point where I'm like, none of these people are getting it. I already know the outcome if Janelle and Kaser don't win HOH. I already know what's gonna happen. Like, do I even need to continue watching live feeds? Do I? It didn't really feel like it yesterday, so I was kind of on and off. But that's kind of where I'm at this moment in time. I'm not even going to bother watching the aired episodes because I already know it's BS. Every season, the aired episodes are edited as hell. They don't show the full story. They don't show the real story. And from my understanding, this last episode painted Nicole Franzel in a better light, and like she got a really good edit or something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to comment too much on the episode because I honestly didn't watch it. But that wouldn't surprise me, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, tonight is an eviction night, and it's obviously between David or Nicole Anthony. From my understanding, the majority is leaning towards keeping David, because they think that he's just easier to play and to use, which is so far proving true, so that's great. And I mean, bottom line is Janelle or Kaser need to win tonight's HOH. They have to, or else they're going next week. That's just where the cards are laying at this moment in time. Davon thinks that Janelle is lying all over the place. Kevin is seemingly trying to keep Nicole Anthony, and he seems to be leaning more towards the Janelle side. Bailey got irritated with Janelle last night, and the whole situation is just really crazy to me. I honestly don't get it, but you know, I've realized that Big Brother 22 has turned into a perfect representation of the year 2020. We were all super excited for the All-Star season, just like we were all excited in 2019 for the new decade, the new year, and it has quickly turned to shit. So that's where I'm at this moment in time. I have some news. I will be starting to go live on here more often, so make sure your bell notifications are on. I will be doing regular lives on here, and I will also be doing special lives as well, like cooking chats, where I basically cook all the time. I used to do that on the TVCo app every Sunday, but I'm going to move that onto here, so make sure you have your bell notifications on. I'm also going to be starting up a membership program on my YouTube channel. It's going to be similar to Patreon, but on here, where every month you donate money to my channel and you get special perks like special members only lives and like shout outs in my videos, things like that. So make sure you keep your eye open for all of that, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all so much, and I'm so appreciative of your continued support.